What happens in your brain when you don't get good sleep? Well, nothing really good happens because sleep is the time that your brain and your body get to restore. Sleep, and specifically the theta brainwave frequency of restorative sleep, is the time that your cells do their cellular maintenance and your mitochondria is restored. Mitochondria, you might remember that from 10th grade biology. That is the energy source of your cells. You see, you have trillions of cells in your body, and each cell has its own function and job and role to do. But when you don't get sleep, the cells don't clean their toxins, your mitochondria doesn't get restored, your cells lose their capacity to function at optimal levels. Physiologically, things begin to break down, but mentally, you're just kind of struggling. And your amygdala, which is our fight or flight center in our midbrain, becomes overly active. You'll notice when you don't get a good night's sleep, you'll notice, think about this. You're easily agitated. You're easily distracted. You wear down and feel overwhelmed quickly. You're exhausted. There's an adage in sports, exhaustion makes cowards of us all. Well, you can see where they're coming from. When we're tired, man, we're vulnerable, we're weak, and we're easily succumb to feeling overwhelmed. But when you're well rested, you can take anything on. You know this. Nothing really stressful comes at you and you're like, oh my goodness, I can't handle that. You take it on because you're at full capacity, because your cells have done their job. You got the restorative sleep your body needs, and you feel amazing. Over time, if you live a cycle of high stress, poor sleep, your cells lose their capacity to do their job, and it becomes a profound issue. They say that every disease known to man is created by stress. The problem is most humans are challenged with understanding intangibles. I can't see it. I can't smell it. I can't taste it. I can't touch it. Can't feel it. Can't hear it. Is it real? Of course, stress is real. But again, hard to pinpoint. The second challenge we have with the human brain is our time horizon. If you told me at 17 years old, hey, you shouldn't smoke cigarettes. Look what happened to your grandfather. He died of lung cancer. Or look what happens to, here's the lungs of someone who smokes. A 17-year-old child has no time horizon. They look into the future and say, well, that's not me now. I feel immortal. Don't care. If you knew that melanoma is one of the worst cancers to die from, you wouldn't go out and sunbathe all the time. But again, you don't care. So if we say, hey, you got to manage your stress or it's going to get the better of you, we don't seem to care because we can't really understand long-term consequences because we lack the time horizon. All right, I get that. But intellectually, I also know stress isn't good. When I'm stressed out, I don't behave well. When I'm stressed out, I'm not present with myself. When I'm stressed out, I'm not present with my family. When I'm stressed out, I'm not present with my friends or my workmates. I know this. We think when we sleep poorly, we can fake it till we make it, but that doesn't make any sense. Stop for 1 second and reflect. Say your boss is having a terrible day and they come in and their energy is just awful. You feel it immediately. It doesn't matter what their words say. They fall on deaf ears. You know, you can feel the aura of their energy pattern. You can feel their agitation. You can feel their frequency going really fast. They're distracted. We can't fake it till we make it. It's a fallacy because everybody around us, as an energy being in vibration, you feel their energy. Communication is a lot more of visual, of energy, of auditory than it is simply words and interpreting words. So the negative consequence of not sleeping well has short-term impact on your mental acuity, your ability to think clearly, on your patience and your presence, your ability to communicate, your ability to have clarity and confidence. And then over the long haul, it compromises your resilience. It opens the doors to disease. Think about this. 50 years ago, ulcerative colitis, irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease were not prolific. There's so much cortisol And so much stress happening in our bodies every day, whether it's from the toxicity of our food supply, the environmental toxins, or 5G or radiation. If it's the dopamine hit and social media and the doom scrolling, there's so many things creating stress and cortisol and acid in our microbiome, shifting our ability to digest food, shifting our ability to have balance in our hormones, balance in the amino acids we need to offset adrenaline. This is the advent of disease. Not managing your stress doesn't allow you to sleep well. Not sleeping well opens the doors to disease. So there's short-term and long-term consequences. None of them are good. So let's wake up to the necessity to sleep well. And it begins with balancing your nervous system and resolving your stress.